From the company that brings you the Nandroid and Figma series, comes a story of a summoner who can summon heroes, and those heroes can summon monsters, and those monsters can then, well, they fight for you. What do you think? Summon more summonings? Embark on an epic journey with an ice dude who's your best friend, a fire chick who's got attitude problems, an earth guy who's definitely got attitude problems, an old man who's actually really strong, and a few others. Where have I seen a group like that before? Think this sounds familiar? Well, think again. Immerse yourself in a world where your characters actually get to move around, where your equipment can actually be actively used, and where the word multiplayer actually means something. Introducing Grand Summoners. Alright, so you might have picked up on the Brave Frontier reference in the intro. Well, that's because it seems like Grand Summoners has been compared to Brave Frontier, and even I did that when I first saw it on the App Store and Play Store, and I missed the One Punch Man collaboration because of that. But truth be told, it's totally different because of the real-time movement, and Brave Frontier was turn-based, so whoever started first seemed to have the upper hand. That being said, I was a really hardcore Brave Frontier player when it first came out. It started me on mobile gaming, and I really liked it. Anyway, back to Grand Summoners, which, now that I think of it, does have more of an action feel to it because of the battles. But yeah, so it is an RPG, and the art is really good, the pixel art is really good, the sound effects and the voices are good, but they voice every single character in the game. So it could be good, could be bad, depends on how you look at it, but to me it's like, I usually feel that only important characters get voiced. So like when you get them, it's like, okay, they're important, that's why the company got someone to do its voice, but if they voice every single character, it's like, I don't know man, is this guy strong or is it just because they want to be more dramatic? Alright, but enough of that. So the game has like luck units that you can farm in certain stages, and that's really cool. You get these like limit break units. They are like less colored versions of the original unit, and you can keep fusing them till you get like 100 or 120 luck, and they will help you get luck bonuses when you do stages, especially in multiplayer. So there are quite a number of events to keep you occupied. The game has also been doing quite a few collaborations, and since it's run by Good Smile Company, which has done quite a lot of figures for anime, games, and even movies, it's gonna be really interesting to see which part of this vast pool of content they will bring to the game next. And you know who the next collaboration should be with? The Avengers, man. Come on, they even had a limit break unit in one of their movies. Oh, okay, never mind. So I know a lot of people have the impression that gacha games require a lot of spending, but I think this game allows us to build quite a decent arsenal even though we're not spending anything. Okay, so what's in it for you if you are F2P? So you know how these gacha RPGs have like a million units and everyone is just trying to pull for that handful of meta units? That's where the luck units come into play, because they do have that aspect of providing luck bonuses. So you can use that to get into like multiplayer teams. But yeah, don't expect them to be too OP, they can be useful in combat, they usually are. But everyone's gonna have that same unit, so that unit being too strong will break the game. So I haven't found a renewable source of gems. They mostly come from first time clears, login bonuses, and events. But I've been playing the game for about 40 days, give or take, and I have about 700 gems. And it takes 5 gems for a single pull on units and 3 gems for equipment. There is a guarantee provided, so if you use 30 gems to pull equipment, you'll get 11 instead of 10 items, and there's a guarantee that one of them will be 5 stars. However, that only applies to the first time you're doing that, so if you don't get what you're looking for in that pull, then you're gonna have a hard time pulling for what you want. I have a friend who started with me, and he let me use his account to record pulling for a true weapon. He also has about 700 free gems, so you can check out the rates. I will be uploading that video as well, so you can look for the link in the description down below. And let's move on to units, or heroes, let's call them heroes. So when you're pulling for heroes, there is a difference between paid and free gems. If you use paid gems to do an 11 summon, you will get a guarantee for a 5-star unit, but if you use free gems, there will be no guarantee. But don't worry, like most games nowadays, they do have stuff to balance this out, like rainbow gems, weapon stones, or hero stones. You get these stones as bonuses for doing 11 summons. They also have something called alchemy stones. So you get these stones from like login bonuses, some events, and you can kind of sort of farm for them too. Alright, so if you're deciding on whether or not you want to play Grand Summoners, but you're the kind of player who doesn't like to spend on games, Well, the good thing about Grand Summoners is that there is no paid-only content. I know it looks like they do because there's a unit pack and you can only get that unit by purchasing it from the store, but in futures you will be added into the gacha pool. The good thing is that units in these kind of packs, they're not really game breaking, so it's okay even if someone else has it and you don't, it doesn't break the game. Aside from that, there are always events where they release new units and equipment that can be farmed. You might have to farm a lot just to get them to the upgraded state that you want them to be, but these items are usually in the meta and they're totally free, so that's one of the really good points of the game. And if you keep farming for them, you can actually sell them and get alchemy stones. You'll have to do that a lot, but it's really worth it because there is the 5k and 10k alchemy stone pool. So the pool of units in the 5k summon aren't really good, so I recommend that you just pull from the 10k pools, and you can get crossover units from that as well, which is really good. The remaining units in that pool are also decent, but you might need a little help awakening them if you're like totally F2P, but I don't think that should be too much of a problem. And that brings us to the downside of the game, where it is really farming intensive, and given that, you know, if you're F2P you have a limited amount of resources, you'll have to be really wise with what you spend on. The good thing though is that because of the game's multiplayer aspect, you could depend on the luck units that you farm for and then focus on building up one meta unit with all your resources, or the best unit that you could get. Then you could get your friends to also do the same thing. If you can't, maybe you could join a Discord channel, or you could try your luck with the public rooms and see if people would run the stage with you. Alright, so that's my take on Grand Summoners. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and maybe found a game for yourself to play. Also, this is my first ever game review, so I'm sure there are a lot of stuff that I can improve on, and I would appreciate any comments or opinion in the comments section down below. So thank you for watching guys, and I will see you guys soon.